Hey guys, welcome back. This is Trading Made Simple with Sandra, and I was going to show you some stops. So let's do that. Two of the easiest kind of stops that you can make is just a regular standard stop and a trail stop. So let's go over that. Let's see here. I have stock that I wanted to do a trailing stop at. I would just go like that, make sure my order's up there, take a look at this price and say, okay, I want to put a trail stop in, I want to make sure this is good till canceled, and I can either make the trail stop the amount of money, 50 cents as an example, that's minus the option price, or I can toggle this and do a trail stop of a percentage. So I can easily make this 10%, 5%, whatever you want it. Okay? That's one way. You hit confirm, come up here to your dialog box, and you can see it says do a trail stop, minus 10% to close. Okay? When you click send, you go up here in your monitor tab, and it's sitting there waiting for you. And it even lets you know like what it's going to be stopping out at, what your option price is going to be when it stops out. So that's one way. So I'm going to replace it, and I'm going to show you another way. So let's say it was just a regular stop. And you're like, well, how do I know what to put my option price as, for my stop? If I'm looking at the chart, and I want to make this my support at 316.88 as an example. Actually, it's rising. Let's go ahead and this resistance now turns into support. So let's say 320.30. Okay. So you'd come down here and you would look right here, and then you'd start to toggle. And you could see as I'm toggling, this little area is changing. So what did we say? 320.20. So you'd come down here, go 320. It's close enough. If you want to make it a little bit before. So then it tells you where, well, Home Depot needs to go down $1.04, and then you'll be stopped out. So the current price for this is at $5.20. You're sticking it at $4.50. You have a stop order in, good till cancel. Hit confirm. And now it says the same thing. It says sell. When this gets down to $4.50, you hit send. I hate that that's there. You can't access your tools when that's there. And then now you see that it's got a regular stop in, and it tells you what the price is going to be. And you already know that you used support. Okay, so I'm going to cancel that. So those are the two easiest stops that you can do without doing a special order. Hey, so how do we create advanced orders to get into a call when the stock reaches a certain price versus the option price? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that, as well as scaling out of the position and leaving a runner on. So if you're liking the content, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Can I possibly do this? We'll see. And hit that like button. I appreciate it. Make sure you leave your comments or questions. You know I will answer them. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is buy 5 calls. 5. I'm not money bags this week. Not at all. So I'm going to just buy 3. All right, I'm going to buy 3, and SPY's at 433, and I think it's going to go down to 430. So if you didn't see that, I just hit my little gear shift. And when I do that, I get my advanced order form, and the most important thing in the advanced order form is your condition, because you're basically saying, when this happens, then I want you to do this. That's how that works. So you just click right under symbol, and it will include it. It defaults to mark. which is fine. It defaults to less than equal to, which is fine. Your backup is right down below. You can read it right here. If we change that to the next one, it says greater equal. So we'll leave that on less than or equal to for our synopsis at 4:30. Okay, it's as simple as that. All right. So when SPY gets to 4:30, less than or equal to, I want you to buy me 3 calls. I'm going to leave the lock unlocked, which is indicating when it gets to 4:30, whatever the price is at the time, get me the best price between the mid and the natural. You could see that there's no spread here. Well, maybe a penny, maybe a half a penny. But in this scenario, you're going to say, leave it unlocked, get me the best price between the mid and the natural. Good to cancel, because I don't know when that's going to happen. Okay? You're going to hit save, and now we're going to complete our bracket. So you see we have single order. Well, you need to go to your advanced order drop down and hit first triggers a sequel. And all that means is after the first one hits, then the second one's in line to take action. And when that one hits, then the third one in line take the action, and so on and so forth. So now we need a sell order. So we're going to say create an opposite order to get our sell order in. And we need a couple of those. We have 3 calls, and I want to have some fun. So let's do another sell order, which is a duplicate, and another sell order. So now I have 3 sells. You only have 3 calls, so you better make sure that you put the appropriate number in each one, depending on what you got going. And then you're going to go right over here and hit triggers. And what are we going to trigger it to? A price? When this goes up 50 cents, I want you to sell me out of this? You could. In this example, we're going to use a percentage. And we're going to say when this goes up 25%, get me out. I want 25% on my first call. Sell 1. And then what's the next trigger in line? Well, I don't want to be greedy. I think I was greedy this week. I got spanked. So on this one, you're going to say 5%. So your first one, you're out at 25. The second one, you're out at an additional 5. So that means that's, by the time this triggers, now you're up 30%. And we're going to leave this last one as a runner. And how do we do that? We just go right over here, and we say trail stop. And we say, okay, run, baby, run. Get to the highest point. And as soon as it starts to reverse, I'm willing to give you 10% to take that ride. Okay? Then you just hit confirm. Let me tab out of that box, make sure it looks, no. See, I tabbed out and it got funky on me. It let me know that I'm not in the right one. It should be trail stop. Mark is always under trail stop. And my trail stop should be percentage. See, just like real life, nothing is, I try to be perfect. Nope, not going to happen. So there you go, 25% profit, an additional 5% profit. And I'm willing to ride it until from the highest point it starts to reverse. And when it reverses 10, I'm out. Confirm and send. Read it. It's good. And that's how you would create those advanced orders. If you're being whipsawed around in the morning with your advanced orders being executed and then stopped out all within the first 5 or 10 minutes, it could be because of the volatility. If you're getting filled at terrible prices and you're just like, wow, like what's the deal with that? It wasn't even a market order, it was a limit order. It could be based on that volatility first thing in the morning. So you want to take a look at the symbol that you're trading and then determine how many minutes after that first volatility spike would you like the computer to then submit your order in. So as an example, I was using SPY and saying when it got to 4:30 to go ahead and purchase. But if in the overnight session it's getting close to 4:30, do I really want to be filled right when the market opens? And maybe that answer is no. And if so, then all you have to do is hit this additional condition. And so in my case, the market opens on the 6th, and I'm Pacific Standard Time. So my market for me is at 6:30. So maybe I say 6:35 for SPY. Now, if you're dealing with Roku, Tesla, Amazon, or another symbol that you think is pretty volatile in the morning, you may want to give yourself more time, maybe even 10 minutes, right? And so even if it hit 4:30 and maybe even went a little lower, at 6:40 as an example, it will go ahead and submit your order, and then you'll be filled. And that price that you get filled at may be a better fill price in the first minutes of the market opening. I certainly hope that helps, and if it does, smash that like button and please subscribe. Last but not least is are there any indicators to help me with stops? Where should I place my stop? This is a common question. So I'm on a daily chart, and I'm on a 15-minute chart as an example. You could see these Darvis bands. This support and resistance is Darvis. And so could you use that as support and resistance? And the answer is yes. Yes, you can. But Tesla, Tesla's an expensive stock, and so, very difficult to, if you have a small account, to trade something like that. But let's take a look at Roku. So in Roku's condition, you could certainly use this Darvis level on a 15-minute, 428.55, as support. And if it breaks through the top of the Darvis, then that could also be a stop area that you could utilize. Now there's also a couple tools up here in your hourglass. One of them is called ATR, trailing stop. And that's specifically to use for, now you could change these colors of the bubbles, but basically, and you'll notice that, look, it's like right where Darvis is. What a shocker. See, that's why sometimes you put all these indicators on your charts, but they're very similar to each other in what they do. So in this case, it's basically telling you that so it's telling you that the stock is going down, and if you were to buy a put, you'd want to make your cover right here. You'd want to get a stop out right here at 433. It's at 431 right now. So that's an example of that. And the blue ones, if you go up here into the gear shift, it will tell you that the ATR trailing stop plot, the blue is the buy, or excuse me, the blue is the sell, the pink is the buy. And so it's basically showing you that, you could either use this as a cover, or when this hits this area, you could use this to get into a trade. And I like that it's above Darvis, because a lot of times there's a fake out, like there was on Tesla this morning, dang it. In any event, you're going to want to utilize this tool on demand or in your paper trade account to see if it works for you when placing your stops or when getting into orders. And remember, it said the blue was to sell. So in this case, the stock was somewhat up and sideways, and it basically said when it hits here to sell. And so that would have been your stop right there. Another tool that you could utilize is one that's called parabolic SARs. If you go right over here, you add that to your chart. Let's see what they have it at. Let's put this as a very bright color so we don't get mixed up. Okay. So now you can see these parabolic SARs, basically same type of tool. Basically letting you know that price is above, so it's trending in an upward direction. And as soon as it hits one of those parabolic SARs, then the SARs get on top of it, letting you know that now you're in a downtrending trend. And you can see it's again near Darvis. So again, a couple tools that you could utilize to help you with your stops, as well as determining if the trend is going either up or down. And also you can utilize the TTM LRC. These are bands that are very visible in letting you know what the trend is, isn't it? This is letting you know that from here on, man, it's going down. Down, sideways, and it also gives you, areas of resistance and support as well. So these are 3 tools that I hope will assist you in your trading. I'm not a financial advisor. I do not work for TD Ameritrade, but I am here for entertainment. So I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Please subscribe, give a thumbs up, give me some comments, and we'll see you in the next episode. Guys, hope you're having a great weekend. Just a personal message. Happy 4th. I just finally figured out how to create like a donate link on my YouTube channel. And if you've seen my videos before, I really tried to explain everything about TOS. I know it's confusing. I try to make it simple. And I'm trying to expand my channel as well as expand the material on my channel. If you can support it just by subscribing, that's awesome. If you'd like to donate, please check out the link. It's in my banner on YouTube. And I just want to say that this video is really a compilation of the questions that I had on a live stream that unfortunately I had tech issues with. And again, that's something that I need to overcome with the equipment that I have. So believe me, if you have a question on TOS, there's 500 other people that have a question on TOS. And why should we all individually look up that information and spend all that time? I might have the answer. You never know. So have a great weekend, and I look forward to the next video.